Let me tell you a story. I was on my way to visit Galtaji Temple, the famous monkey temple near Jaipur. Just after turning off the main road, my rickshaw driver, Ali, pointed towards Sisodia Rani Palace garden and he said, "This is a nice place." Since it was right on the way, I thought, why not? Just a quick look. The garden was very beautiful. I completely lost track of time. Only later we continued to the Galtaji. The road passed through forest before reaching the temple, about 15 minutes drive. Galtaji is an ancient temple, hidden between rocky mountains. Hundreds of monkeys there. After some time, the whole place stopped being unfamiliar to me. There was something deeply peaceful about being surrounded by temples, mountains, and monkeys everywhere. It almost felt like quiet acceptance. Now, when I remember those feelings, I still cannot fully explain why I felt so emotionally comfortable there. I fed monkeys, visited the small shrines, and even had puja performed in one of them. There were no tourists, only families arrived, looked around, and soon left. An old man came every day carrying huge bag of food for monkeys. Meanwhile, my guide explained temple history, holy baths, festivals, and he mentioned that sometimes tiger comes down from the mountains and catches monkeys. But it didn't concern me. Time passed very quickly. When I finally came out, it was already completely dark. Outside the temple gate, my rickshaw driver, Ali, he was already tired of waiting, but even more worried about how we would return through the dark forest road. Ali immediately said, "Look, dark, dangerous." I asked why. He answered, "Tiger." As I climbed into the rickshaw, he reached behind the seat and suddenly pulled out a long wooden stick. I was surprised. "For what?" He placed it across my lap. I asked, "What is this?" He said, "If something, you hit, okay?" Before even I could reply, he jumped into the driver's seat and started the engine. I guessed that Ali decided that in tiger emergency, I would handle the direct physical confrontation while he is driving. Before I could even evaluate his questionable strategy, we started driving full speed downhill through the dark forest. And completely unexpectedly, he started praying loudly to his God. I could hear in between words, "Allah, Allah," very loudly. I thought maybe it was a just short protective prayer before driving through the dangerous road. But the prayer didn't stop. He kept praying aloud continuously while driving through the dark forest. It was so funny that I couldn't stop laughing. I started to guess that Ali was genuinely begging his God for safe transportation of foreign women through the dark forest so he wouldn't end up in trouble if something happened. Perhaps he was also thinking, why did my life become to this mission? So after a few minutes listening that, I started to comfort him. "Ali, stop it. Don't worry. Everything will be okay." He looked like he wasn't even listening to me. So I decided not to say anything. The rickshaw was completely open on both sides. As we drove through the mountains, total darkness, no people, no cars, only the rickshaw headlight, rusty old rickshaw shaking apart, possible tiger territory, monkeys somewhere there, Ali screaming prayers into the universe. Nobody could actually see the road or what was beside it, and that anti-tiger wooden stick. The wind became stronger. The mountain air became cold. I wrapped my long thin scarf around me to keep me warm. Then I started to think about the stick. If something actually attacked us in complete darkness, what exactly could I even do? You couldn't see anything around. Before you understand what was coming, already will be too late. And even if I did, how exactly I was supposed to fight with that stick? Then another thought crossed my mind. What about if Rickshaw accident rolled down the hill somewhere into the dark forest, and I could imagine that everything I owned was with me could end up scattered across the mountain road. My handbag full of cash, my brand new camera. So I decided to hold them tightly with both hands, keep them safe instead for holding that tiger stick. Then suddenly I remembered there was a small village somewhere in the middle of the road. People light, and I could imagine that villagers seeing this scene, one overdressed foreign woman in Indian outfit with jungle weapon and a rickshaw driver praying loudly to his god with full volume. So I decided, and very quietly I placed the stick back into the storage compartment behind the seat. Ali never noticed. He was completely focused on the road and still praying. He was fully occupied with his direct spiritual negotiations. The prayers finally stopped only when we reached the main city road full of lights and cars. Only then Ali relaxed and started speaking normally again. After that night, every time I called and asked him if he wanted to drive me somewhere outside of Jaipur, if it was not morning early, he suddenly always became mysteriously unavailable. Too far, busy, cannot come. I think that night Ali made a private agreement with his God, a promise. If you help me to transport this unpredictable foreign woman safely through the forest, I promise you I will never again make such mistake and beg you for help. And maybe something really could have happened there, or maybe nothing at all. There are never any guarantees. Who helped us that night? I still don't know. Maybe it was Ali's heartfelt prayers. Maybe Hanuman, monkey god, protected us because we were his guests. One of us was praying for help, the other one was simply trusting that we were going to be okay in India.